This One's Wife. Under the Knife Again? Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. This One's Wife is a somatic narcissist. As you know, for the purposes of helping you understand about narcissism, I have a classification system which is comprehensive, and it divides narcissists up into certain schools and sub-schools, so you understand more about similar behaviours across those schools and differences. That helps you anticipate what the narcissist may or may not do, which is hugely useful, and also cadres, which are more about the preferences of the narcissist. There are 4 cadres: victim, cerebral, elite, and somatic. The largest grouping, when it comes to cadre, is that of the somatic narcissist. Somatic narcissists are driven by appearance and material things. Sometimes they believe they look better than they do. Sometimes they do look truly stunning, and they leverage that as part of a certain control over people. Somatic narcissists are interested in material things: wealth, the manifestation of that wealth, a large house, expensive clothing, expensive watches, flash cars, that type of thing. Somatic narcissists are often hypersexualized, engaging in a lot of sex, and are often open to all manner of different types of sex. They are often very tactile with people. They are interested in being seen at all of the important places. Now, not all of those factors, and there are plenty more with regard to somaticism, are applicable to each and every single somatic narcissist. So you might have some somatic narcissists who have a real hard body, but they're not really bothered about being seen at the flash places. So there are variances, but overall they are somatic. And one aspect of somaticism is the use of cosmetic surgery. As I've explained before, anybody can choose to utilise cosmetic surgery if they wish to do so, whether it's from having a breast augmentation, liposuction, their jaw shaved, Botox injections, lip fillers, whatever it might be, and plenty of people do. And just because you utilise cosmetic surgery, that does not make you a narcissist. It is simply a narcissistic indicator because it's linked to the narcissistic traits of pride and vanity. But where someone has been established as a narcissist, as this One's Wife is, and where we know them to be a somatic narcissist, it is often the case that the somatic narcissist will engage in a lot of cosmetic surgery because the appearance of the narcissist is hugely important to them. They utilise, subconsciously, where an unaware narcissist, that appearance to assert control over people and draw reactions. We know, for instance, that this One's Wife regularly alters her skin colour through the application of bronzer and makeup. We also know that she has clearly done something to her nose on at least one occasion. It is different from when she was younger. And her recent appearance at the Paris Fashion Week has invited speculation that there's been some kind of cosmetic surgery once again, that she potentially has been under the knife, or that there's been some other kind of procedure. Whether you think it makes her look attractive or not, well, that's a matter for you to make a determination about. What I'm simply explaining to you is how this narcissist regularly utilizes cosmetic surgery and enhancements as a consequence of her narcissism driving her to believe that she's heart attack beautiful, that she's stunningly attractive, because the narcissism needs her to do this, because it needs her to utilize appearance to secure the prime aims. Let's take a look at a picture of this One's Wife from her appearance at the Balenciaga show, compared with a previous picture to see if you notice any differences. Here it is. Now, I think you will agree that her face looks fuller in the picture on the left than it does on the right. Some of that could be attributed, of course, to weight loss. But what is also evident is that her jawline is more prominent, as is her chin, which suggests that there has been some form of alteration. Let's have a look at another comparison, again, of her appearing at the Balenciaga show with another fairly recent picture of this One's Wife. This is more recent, and you can see that from the first picture on the left, the nose shape looks different, as it does again with regard to the Balenciaga picture. Her nose has definitely had work upon it, but also the overall frame of her face. The hair is swept back in both instances, more severely with regard to the Balenciaga picture, and we know that as a suspected use of Ozempic, that she had lost some weight. But what's of greatest interest is that if you look at her jawline, it certainly looks narrower than it did in the picture that's shown on the left, and that her chin is more pronounced, which could be the consequence of having her jaw shaved down. Alternatively, it might be as a consequence of her receiving Botox injections in her jaw muscles, which slims down the face. Whatever it might be, there's a clear difference in the way that she presents. Naturally, it's her money. She's perfectly entitled to undertake any cosmetic surgery that she chooses. It isn't always the case, of course, that when certain individuals who engage in repeated uses of cosmetic surgery look better. They often don't. Take Katie Price, another narcissist who regularly appears on this channel. She now looks absolutely horrendous as a consequence of the various cosmetic procedures. You might ask yourself, well, given the fact that this one's wife thinks that she's beautiful, why does she want to make these alterations? The reason being is, like anybody, she's aging. And age poses a problem, particularly for certain narcissists, because the erosion of looks affects the narcissist's ability to pursue the prime aims. Remember, when it comes to the behavior of the narcissist, the pursuit of the prime aims is absolutely paramount. And therefore, what the narcissism must do is make the narcissist go after the prime aims. And for someone like this one's wife, as a somatic narcissist, the use of sex and appearance are two of her major weapons. She thinks, of course, she's got a massive intellect. We know that she hasn't. She's deluded with regard to other abilities that she believes that she has. But you wouldn't describe her as ugly. I wouldn't describe her as particularly stunningly attractive. However, in her mind, she does believe that she's attractive, and what her narcissism does is basically say to her, you need to maintain your attractiveness. That means Botox, nose job, maybe shave the jaw, maybe have Botox in the jaw muscles, that it's a consequence of buccal fat removal. It might be as a consequence of Ozempic use. It might be the case of having cheek implants, whatever it might be. But all of this is being done for the purposes of seeking to arrest aging. Some narcissists aren't bothered by aging. Some people who aren't narcissists don't care about aging. Some people who aren't narcissists do care about aging. It's part of their vanity and their pride, both narcissistic traits. But for many somatic narcissists, for example, this one's wife, aging is a huge threat to control. And therefore, her narcissism basically says in the subconscious, one of the main ways that you control people and draw fuel from them is through your appearance. You need to keep looking good. Remember, that doesn't always translate into what other people see as looking good. It's what she thinks is as looking good. And the narcissism compels her to spend her money on these cosmetic treatments in order to nullify the threat to control that's posed by aging, which results in the injections and the additions and the extensions and the removals and the potential that she's been under the knife again. What do you think, valuable viewers? Do you agree with me that her recent appearance shows that there's been some kind of alteration? After all, she wasn't seen for a period of time, wasn't she? Could it have been that while she was out of the public eye, she was undergoing some kind of procedure? Do you agree she looks differently, and do you think she's had some work done? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for listening.